Creator of heaven and earth, and sustainer of all life, I thank you for your grace and favor that gives us this day and the opportunity to gather together in this place. 74 years ago, soldiers from the Republic of Korea and the United States of America joined in a fight against tyranny and aggression. They fought together, suffered together, and many died together. The friendships and commitment to cooperation begun 74 years ago continue today. And we thank you, Lord, for your providential hand that guides and holds the striving, the fighting, and the dying. You were always there, Lord, bringing courage to the fearful, strength to the weary, and comfort to the wounded. Thank you, Lord, for the lasting friendships and cooperation between our two nations that continues to this day. Thank you for those who have worked hard to make today's commemoration possible. Now I ask you to bless all those gathered here today.
And the Republic of Korea, representative from each organization will lay a wreath to honor both the living and the fallen Korean veterans.
단체들 한 번 더 불러드리겠습니다. 시애틀 총영사관, 타코마한인회, 시애틀 한인회, 참전국가요공자회, 페럴웨이 한인회, 시애틀 이북 도민회, 워싱턴주 상공회의소, 민주평통 시애틀 협의회, 워싱턴주 한미 여성회입니다. 감사합니다.
여기요.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please stand during the presentation of the wreath.
시금식이 진행되는 동안 자리에서 일어서 주시면 감사하겠지만 만약
(6.25는) 우리 모두에게 깊은 의미가 있는 날입니다. 1950년 6월 25일 한반도의 전쟁의 비극이 시작되었고 그로 인해 수많은 희생과 아픔이 잇따랐습니다. 오늘 우리는 그날을 기억하며 그 희생을 헛되지 않게 하고자 이 자리를 모였습니다. 한국전쟁은 단순히 한반도의 전쟁이 아니었습니다. 전 세계가 함께한 전쟁이었고 수많은 나라의 젊은이들이 자유와 평화를 지키기 위해 목숨을 바쳤습니다. 그들의 희생 덕분에 오늘날 우리가 자유롭게 평화로운 삶을 누릴 수 있게 되었습니다. 우리는 그들의 용기와 희생을 영원히 기억하고 가려야 합니다. 또한 우리는 이 자리를 통해 우리 한인 사회가 하나로 뭉쳐야 한다는 것을 다시 한번 다짐할 수 있는 기회로 삼아야 합니다. 어려운 시기에도 서로를 돕고 격려하며 하나된 마음으로 나갈 때 우리의 공동체는 더 강해질 것입니다. 특히 오늘 이 자리를 통해 우리 젊은 세대들에게 유교의 역사적 의미를 전하고자 합니다. 그들이 과거의 아픔을 기억하고 앞으로의 평화와 번영을 위해 노력하는 데 힘이 되기를 바랍니다. 역사를 기억하는 것은 우리 현재와 미래를 더욱 빛나게 하는 밑거름이 될 것입니다.
I'm very honored to be here today to address you on the solemn occasion of the 71st anniversary of Korean War. I extend a heartfelt salute to the brave veterans present and express my deepest condolences to families who have lost loved ones. My special thanks go to the Mr. Jae Lee, President of the Korean American Association of Takoma, and his team for their tremendous effort to prepare for these significant events. I also appreciate the 7th Infantry Division for its enduring collaboration with the Korean community, a partnership that has been pivotal in organizing this meaningful commemoration for over 5 decades. Korea and the United States together. 74 years ago, 22 nations stood sword to sword and fought for the democratic values to oppose tyranny of the dictatorship of communism under the US-led UN multinational forces.
그거는 끝나고 나가네.
Since then, Korea has stood with the United States in every conflict to uphold these values. Today, the ROK-US alliance serves as a linchpin of security in the Indo-Pacific region, but also symbolizes the democratic values championed by the United States. Second, the economic miracle from the miracle of the hummingbird. This alliance fosters not only peace but remarkable economic prosperity in South Korea, transforming it from one of the poorest countries to the world's 10th largest economy and the hub of innovation. South Korea is now 6th largest trading partner of the US and the top foreign investor in the United States. And reciprocally, the US is the #1 destination for Korean exports and investment. Third, our alliance has matured into a global strategic partnership encompassing security, economy, science, technology, and space, addressing worldwide challenges together. Could we have envisioned 74 years ago that Korea would stand today as a proud partner at esteemed global forums like NATO and G7 summits. This partnership has also woven into the cultural fabric of the U.S., with American youngsters engaged with Korean culture through K-pop, drama, movie, and Korean language and more. These legacies and miracles are testament to what we have achieved together, an ongoing narrative of success and mutual respect. However, there remain regions on the Korean Peninsula where the dawn of freedom and democracy has yet to break. North Korea still faces serious human rights issues, and its nuclear weapon program poses a serious threat to the global population and security. Until true peace is secured on the Korean Peninsula, the ironclad US-ROK alliance will feature, and the alliance will continue to contribute to world peace and security with a new vision and strategy for the next 70 years. Last but not least, we pay special tribute today.
The United States, and I was particularly impressed with the fact that you are honoring the 24th Infantry Regiment here and acknowledging the shortcomings that our country has had in the past with discrimination. My parents, my entire generation, were all in prison during World War II, yet they fought in the 442nd Regimental Combat Team to prove that they were real Americans. But in the Korean War, my uncles also fought to continue to prove that we are real Americans, that we love our freedom and liberty and democracy. So I want to at this time remember my uncle Yukinao Hasegawa, who fought with the U.S. Army in Korea, my uncle Yukinao Paul Hasegawa, who fought with the U.S. Army.
There was a forgotten war. In our home, the Korean War is not forgotten. My dad served in Korea. He was with the Army Signal Corps, and his job was to oversee and manage radio systems, telephone systems, so that the Army and forces could communicate with each other. And he did a good job. One day, though, he and one of his crews went out to put up some telephone line in an area that was supposed to be secure, supposed to be safe. Turned out it wasn't, and some of the fellows from the north started taking shots at them and lobbed a couple of mortar shells at them. And
during one of the defining conflicts of the 20th century. It is a privilege to stand before you and pay tribute to those who served with unwavering courage and resilience during a time of great uncertainty and adversity. The Korean War, as we've often heard and heard today as well, is referred to as the Forgotten War. Spanned from 1950 to 1953 and claimed the lives of millions, military and civilian alike. It was a conflict that reshaped the geopolitical landscape of East Asia and left an indelible mark on the collective memory of the Korean people and nations.
안녕하세요. Good morning. 안녕하세요. My name is Michelle Schmidt, Major General Michelle Schmidt. I'm the Commanding General of the 7th Infantry Division, a unit with a storied history of fighting and serving on the Korean Peninsula since the end of World War II. In fact, our nickname, the Bayonet Division, was derived from our wartime service in Korea. This morning, I, like you, come to pay tribute to those who fought some 74 years ago to preserve freedom. On this day, let us never forget the sacrifices of the brave soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who answered the call of duty to serve and fight on the Korean Peninsula. Whether from the 7th Infantry Division, the 24th, or any other United States or Republic of Korea formation, our veterans fought heroically and valiantly in places like Incheon, Woncheon, the Chosin Reservoir, and Chipyeong-mi. Our alliance was forged in blood during this brutal war. Thousands of casualties lost in combat, thousands more from extreme cold, and millions of innocent lives lost. The Korean War also reminds us that freedom is worth fighting for, and if need be, worth dying for. Today, South Korea stands as a free country with one of the largest economies in the world, a vibrant culture, and a powerful military. South Korea is an ironclad ally and treaty partner, a key anchor for peace and stability in the region. To all who fought in Korea, this is your lasting legacy. The brave actions and sacrifices made 74 years ago continue to run through the DNA of the 7th Infantry Division today. To remember the bravery of our Korean War veterans. Are we wrong? Also inspires us to be battle ready should we be called into action again. Today, our soldiers from the United States and the Republic of Korea stand shoulder to shoulder, ready to answer freedom's call. In fact, just last summer, one of our brigade combat teams from the 7th Infantry Division returned from South Korea, where they spent 9 months training in the same mountains and valleys that witnessed the most brutal fighting of the Korean War. And today, another one of our brigades from the 7th Infantry Division is preparing to begin their rotation to the Korean Peninsula.
Korean War broke out. 74 years later, it is still continuing. I am sure this strange war will be recorded as one of the longest wars in the world history. Too many, way too many precious lives were lost during the war, including 528 Washingtonians. Korea is still divided today, and we are facing a totally different and dangerous regime in the north. Only a strong U.S.-Korea alliance will prevent another war in Korea.
State of Washington Proclamation. Whereas the year 2024 marks the 74th anniversary of the start of the Korean War, and whereas 74 years ago, the United States and the Republic of Korea stood shoulder to shoulder on the front lines of the battle to protect freedom and democracy. And whereas the United States and the Republic of Korea now stand together as allies and partners economically and politically. And whereas this year marks the 71st anniversary of the U.S.-South Korea alliance, which reflects the pivotal role of our countries as global leaders in democracy, economy, and technology. And whereas this enduring partnership between the two countries will be sustained and further strengthened in the future. And whereas we honor and remember the Americans, Koreans, and members of the 21 nations making up the United Nations who committed themselves to supporting South Korea and who paid the ultimate price. And whereas we recognize that all Americans
1, 2, 3, 3.
I prayed to God last night, please give us beautiful weather today. Look what happened when I'm speaking. Rain just stopped, just for me. 네, 감사합니다. 10년 전, 아까 제가 10살 때 6.25가 일어났어요. I was 10 years old when the war broke out. And I have seen tragic events here and there, especially first time in my life, I saw many dead bodies. 제가 그 기억이 나요. 사람 죽은 시체를 처음으로 많이 봤습니다. 여러분들과 같이 워싱턴에서 이 올림피아 기념비 앞에서 우리가 74년 전에 일어났던 전쟁에 돌아가신 분들을 고맙게 생각하고 또 그분들의 가족들한테 미안하고 고맙게 생각하는 일이 너무나 가슴에 벅찹니다.
Oh, go, thank goodness. Representative, how are you? Good to see you. Senator. Good to see you. Good to see you. Jump the line. Good to see you. Great speech. Inspired.